Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the East Bayfield Recreational Complex. It's time for Game 4 of the regular season for your Barrie Junior Sharks. If you were with us yesterday, the Sharks skated to a 4-2 victory over the visiting Ottawa Lady Senators. Today, they'll welcome in the visiting Whitby Junior Wolves. Our starting lineup for the Whitby Wolves: on defense, number 24, Sydney Sawyer. Number 96, Paige Fong. And on the forward line, number 7, Sophie Harold. Number 15, Niv Padulo. And number 20, Molly Ferris. Starting in net for the Whitby Junior Wolves today is Lauren Lyons. And your starting lineup for your Barrie Junior Sharks: on defense, number 10, Sonia Mehta. Number 28, Tegan Perry. And on the forward line, number 9, May Severn. Number 21, Brooke Judkowitz. And number 73, Haley Beckett. Starting in net today for your Barrie Junior Sharks is Ava Sador. Both of these teams come in today with identical records, 2 wins and 1 loss. One of them is going to change. We're just getting set here for the final 2 minutes of the warm-up, and then we'll get set for O Canada. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you enjoy. Just a quick note, after today's game, the Barrie Junior Sharks will hit the road for 4 games. And the Whitby Junior Wolves actually return home for 4 games. Just coming into our final minute of warm-ups. Stand by. It was actually a very exciting game here yesterday, folks. I hope you enjoyed the live stream yesterday as the Sharks were down what seemed to be 1-0 after a goal was called back, and then 1-0 fairly quickly after that. They were able to tie it up by the end of the first period and then scored 4 unanswered until the third period. The Ottawa Lady Senators looked a little stunned, but it was great to see the Junior Sharks really jump on the momentum and carry it through all the way to the end of the game. We'll get set here for puck drop momentarily. Stand by, everybody. All right, national anthem is looked after. Let's get for some hockey. Should be an exciting matchup between these two teams as they seem fairly evenly matched. Again, coming into today's game with the same record, 2 wins and 1 loss. Starting in the face-off dot here for the Barrie Junior Sharks is number 21, Brooke Judkowitz. And for the Whitby Junior Wolves, it's going to be Sophie Harold. Let's get ready for some hockey, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you for joining the live stream. We are underway. Barrie's going to take that face-off first. Metta's going to try to move it forward to Severn, but Whitby's going to come back with it. Pass up to Beckett. She's got a bit of a break. She'll make a shot in on net, and that just slides barely to the other side, missing the far goalpost by inches. Barrie still with possession. They're going to come around the boards here and try again. This is Perry at the blue line. Nearly a tip in for Houle. Excuse me, that was Judkowitz at the front of the net. Fong now picking up in her own end, and she'll pass it off to her D partner. Back to Fong again, and she'll try to move it forward this time. She will bank it off the plexiglass and into the Sharks' end. Sharks send it right back. Up to Warner. She'll pass it up to her partner, and a first shot in on net, but it goes wide. That was Kate Donegan for the Whitby Junior Wolves. Around behind Sador, who is our starting goaltender today. Out in front, backhand just over Sador's head. Kenyon picking it up off the boards. Sharks will send it forward and all the way into the Whitby end, and we'll have a stoppage in play for icing. Quick start for the Barrie Sharks. Each team's now had a shot in on net. Henry versus Redden in the face-off dot. Out to the blue line, it will escape. Fong is going to hold on to it and pass it off to Desjardins. Back to Fong. And up to Windover, who tries to bring it in. Siska Humphreys picks her pocket, and it will wind up behind the net, out in the slot area. Wolves couldn't capitalize on that, and here come the Sharks. This is Megan Houle over the blue line with McLaren. Tries to split the defense. They'll sit on the blue line for just a minute. Here comes Henry. She'll dump it in, and Zador will leave it for Arscott. Picked up again by the Junior Wolves off the boards. Kenyon passing it over to Sawyer. Zador will cover. So just about 3 minutes into the first period. Some good action so far, back and forth, as these teams try to feel each other out. I don't believe that these two teams have faced each other yet this season. So I'm sure they're trying different things out to see what's going to work. Stewart tries to move it forward to Sutton. She couldn't quite collect it in her skates. Maguire sending it into the end as Stewart gives it chase. Perry still with it. Picked up by Severn. She'll fire it in, and a great stop by Lyons for the Junior Wolves. Judkowitz versus Haslam in the face-off dot. Battle on the boards is continuing here. Judkowitz trying to shovel it out. It's going to get picked up by Brock for the Junior Wolves, and they'll try to escape out of their ends. And they will. They got some room. Try a centering pass, and it works. I believe that was scored by number 7, Sophie Harold. So the Junior Wolves with a 1-0 lead, not quite 4 minutes into the game. And once again, the Sharks will have to rebound from a 1-0 deficit early in the first. Harold will stay on and take the next face-off against Captain Redden. Face-off won by Barrie momentarily. Couple of sticks trying to find it. Ferris for Whitby puts it down into the Barrie end, and she goes off on a line change. That was an unassisted goal by Sophie Harold. Calls for icing. So we'll have a face-off here to the left of Sador. Donegan versus Redden this time in a face-off dot. That's going to get won by Arscott. Hildebrandt behind the net to Arscott. Try to move it forward. Whitby keeps it onside. Out in front in the blue paint. Whitby tries to bank it in. Sharks were able to clear it out. Wolves coming right back at it. Thornton for Whitby behind the net. Warner collecting it as well. Out in the slot area, and it trickles right into Sador's glove. So a little bit of spark in the Junior Wolves after that one goal. Lots of high fives there for Sador. That's awesome to see. Urbach will take this face off versus Antonucci. Excuse me, Henry. Fong tries to move it forward, but that's deflected. Now Antonucci for the Junior Wolves will try to chase it. Fong holding onto it at the blue line. Now picked up by Siska Humphreys behind the net. Poole trying to clear it, and it will escape and come all the way down. Not enough for icing. Fong will gather it and move it forward for Henry. But Mitchell for Barrie sends it right back down to the Junior Wolves end. Mitchell intercepts that pass and sends it over to McGuire. Not enough. Mitchell now sends it out to Stewart. Lots of back and forth in this game so far. Perry trying to get rid of it behind Sador. Brock holding onto it just long enough at the blue line. Harold unfortunately has her feet taken out from underneath her, so that is going to be a penalty call for the Barrie Junior Sharks for tripping. And that will go against Elias Sutton. As I remember, the Ottawa Lady Senators had the first go on the power play yesterday. So this is very much mimicking yesterday's game in the early going. Ferris takes the face-off for Whitby. Sharks will clear it. Severn holding her rival to the boards, but it's picked up by Ferris, and she will bring it out and pass up to Thornton. Whitby trying to get in place for a power play, but now there's going to be another penalty called for body contact, and that is going to go against Whitby, so that will negate the power play, so we'll have some 4-on-4 action here for a minute and a half. It's number 7, Sophie Harold. So Urbach will take the face-off against Thornton. I've always said this. I love 4-on-4 play. Nice open hockey. Hildebrandt's got it. We'll send it back to Arscott. Back to Hildebrandt, who will try to send over to Urbach. Now Beckett. Coming in, waiting. Nice shot in, but a good pad save by Lyons. Urbach trying to jump on it and get it into the slot area. She's got it. Back to Arscott at the blue line. Couldn't hold on. Ferris has got it for Whitby and will fire it in, and Sador will glove that down. 59 seconds to go in the penalty to Sutton. And then the Barrie Junior Sharks will have an abbreviated power play. Not for long. Maybe 30 seconds if nothing else is called. Mitchell trying to shovel it up to Rutledge. She couldn't quite hang on. Pass was meant for Redden, but she couldn't quite collect it to clear it out of the end. Rutledge has it at the boards, but her stick is tied up, so she couldn't quite clear it. Mitchell will send it over to some free ice. Barely hugs the line and stays onside. Donegan versus Redden in the corner. Redden's got it. She'll bank it off the boards, but not far enough. Out to the point. Whitby will fire it in, and a great pad save by Zador. Sutton is now on the ice, so 5-on-4. Advantage for Barrie. Urbach's gonna chase it. Doesn't quite get there. Just put 5 seconds left in that penalty to Whitby, and we'll have some 5-on-5 action. That penalty is over. Harold's back on the ice. So nothing happening on either power play. Megan Hull send it back behind Zador, where Perry will collect it and move it up to McLaren. Centering pass to Urbach. Sticks tied up, and Hull can't quite receive that pass. Fung in her own end will look for Padulo. No, she's going to carry it out herself. Sutton getting in her way. McGuire's trying to dig it out for Barrie. Paige McGuire is on quite the scoring streak right now. 3 straight games she's scored a goal. Back to the blue line for Whitby. They keep it in. Padulo tries to chase it, but it's going to get picked up by Perry in the corner. Nope, Padulo's got it again. To Fung. Tries to fire it, but it's deflected. Ringer on the boards, back to Fung at the blue line. She does hang on. Centering pass, fire! That gets steered to the corner. That came close. Whitby seems to be all over Barrie here in their own end. They got to clear. Cross-ice pass for Stewart, just goes behind her. It'll come and go the distance. I don't think that'll be enough for icing. Nope, that was waved off. Out in the slot. Whitby nearly had an opportunity. Now 2-on-2, lots of space here. Haley Beckett just couldn't bring it all the way in. Antonucci sends it back to her D. And back to Antonucci. Henry's out in the open. She's got a bit of a break. She'll fire. Nice save by Sador. Antonucci sends it back in again, and that's steered again by Sador to the corner, and it will come all the way back to neutral. Henry sending it back to Desjardins, who will fire it all the way in. That must have hit a body. No icing call on that. Just past the halfway point of the first period. 1-0 Whitby. Sharks are going to look to see if they can't get an equalizer here before the end of the period. Mitchell leaves it for Siska Humphreys. Redden's going to get it off the boards. Dusom's right there in the slot. That nearly worked. Donegan bringing it in for Whitby. Tries to put it out in front on the short side. I believe that hit Sador's shoulder. Dusom will come in and will wait for help, but she does put a puck in on net. McLaren's out in the slot! Ooh! Good opportunity there by Bryce McLaren. Still with it, to the point. Perry fires just too high. Whitby now trying to clear it out of their own end. Barrie doing a great job keeping it in. McLaren again. Couldn't quite get it out in front for Erbrock, who was waiting for the pass. It will escape now and come all the way back. It's a foot race. Perry and Henry. Perry gets there first. Good job by Tegan Perry. She's got speed. Meta versus Thornton. Meta's going to go get it off the corner. Try to send it out to McGuire, intercepted by Fong. That kind of jumped up and hit a Barrie Shark, so we're going to have a stoppage in play here with just about 7:18 left to go in the period. Face-off won by Barrie. Whitby tries to get it out to Padullo, but she's hampered by two blue sweaters. Couldn't quite complete that transaction. Barrie now with it. To Desjardins, she'll fire it down as the forwards will go in and chase it. Sador comes out of her net to make sure that one of her teammates can collect it. McGuire over to Hildebrandt. McGuire's going to try and send it back to the D, but it's picked up by Harold for Whitby instead. Harold tries to put it out in front. And that's going to get whistled down as the net came off its pins. So we'll have a stop here. Just over 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Whitby. Sharks, I'm sure, going to want to get a goal here quickly. Barrie wins that face-off. Sends it out in front. Mitchell and Severn have it together, and it will come out just as far as the blue line. Whitby keeps it in. Awkward bounce off the board. Sador tried to cover. It's in the blue paint. Sharks trying to clear it. It hits a couple of sticks. Doesn't go in, and it will escape into the neutral zone. Whitby's going to bring it back in. Beckett trying to lift and clear, and it will come back into the end. And that's going to get called for hit down with a high stick. The next home game for these Barrie Junior Sharks is going to be a special one. It's on October the 29th. It's a part of the yearly Iced Pink event that will take place at the Sadlon Arena. That'll be exciting. It's October the 29th at 2 o'clock. Just behind Dusome, she couldn't quite bring it with her. Fung will bring it back in for Whitby. Lots of quick passing. It'll come out and go the distance, and that will be icing. Henry takes the face-off with Redden, and that's going to get won by Whitby. Brock throws it in on net, but that just goes to the far side of the net. Two white and two blue sweaters. Who's going to come away with it? It's going to be Whitby. Warner tries to get it out in front. It's going to come all the way back to the red line. Desjardins sends it over to Brock, who dumps it in. Urbach nearly had a breakaway. Couldn't quite get it onto her stick. Sawyer's going to bring it in across the blue line, and she'll weave her way around. Dumps it back. Warner at the point. Henry tries to get her stick in there for a deflection. Couldn't get her stick down as she was tied up. Out in front again. Cool at the boards. Tries to get it out. Nearly picked up by McLaren. And the Wolves will come in offside. So this will complete the homestand here for the Barrie Junior Sharks. And again, they will hit the road next weekend to the Ottawa area. They've got 4 away games in the schedule before they are back home on the 29th of October. They'll battle for it in the boards. Sutton trying to get her stick in on it. Puck finally squirts loose, and here's Sutton trying to move it forward for McGuire. Pass intercepted. That was meant for Stewart. Fong will dump it down for Whitby. And Zador will leave it for Arscott. Back out to the blue line. Now a breakaway here for Paige McGuire. Will she? Yes, she will! She's 4 for 4. She now has a goal in each game of the regular season. So that was scored with exactly 3 minutes to go, and again, the same as yesterday, 1-1. The first period ended yesterday with the two teams locked at 1, so it's very much mimicking yesterday's game. Face-off won by Barrie as Beckett sends it back to her D. Pass meant for Beckett is intercepted by Sawyer. Back to Desjardins, who sends it over to her D partner. Sutton is given an assist on that goal by Paige McGuire. And like I said, McGuire's now 4 for 4. It's definitely going to be a stat I'm going to keep track of to see if she actually scores a goal in each game. Desjardins putting it down behind Zador. This is May Severn. Kind of pushing and shoving behind the net. Sharks still maintaining control, but not for long. Whitby sends it forward to Thornton. Sticks go flying. Picked off by Perry. Just over the blue line. Redden taking her time, trying to move it out to Dusoma. Now Alex Dusome's got a break, and the ref gets in her way. How unfortunate is that? Dusson would have had a glorious opportunity. Redden takes a shot, and that's a good glove save by Lions. That's unfortunate. Ref just couldn't get out of the way fast enough. Face-off won by Barrie, but it escapes over the blue line. It will go up and over and out of play. So got off to a slow start. Whitby went up 1-0. Barrie gets a goal and ties things up before the end of the period. These two are side by side in the standings. Again, identical records, 2 wins and 1 loss. Battle in front of the Whitby bench. Breaks free. Sawyer will bank it off the boards and sit it down into the end, and that will be an icing call. Exactly a minute to go in the first period. Sutton will square off against Donegan for Whitby. Just enough time here to see if Barrie can't get another opportunity here to get a shot in on net. That breezes by Sutton, picked up by the Wolves. What an effort by McGuire to try to get it out in front. Stewart weaving her way in, and she will dump it back in. It'll find its way onto a Wolf stick, and then will finally come into the Barrie end. It's been a while since they've been down there. McGuire banks it off the boards and tries to pick up her own rebound. Not successful. Here come the Wolves the other way. This is Fung. What an effort by Judkowitz to maintain control of that puck. She'll get hauled down as the buzzer sounds at the end of the first, and my goodness. Great back and forth action in that first period. 1 goal by Whitby, 1 goal by Barrie. These two teams are very evenly matched, so expect this to be a tight game all the way through. All right, we're going to step aside here for our first break. Come on back for the second period, folks. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just getting set here for the second period. There's the buzzer sounding 1 minute left in the intermission. We're all locked up at 1. Shots on goal for the first period were 5 each. So as I said at the top, very evenly matched teams. Identical records, identical score, 1-1, identical shots on goal, 5 each. We'll see who's gonna come out the victor here. Stand by for period number 2. Once again, our goal scorers for the Barrie Junior Sharks was Paige McGuire, who's now on a 4-game goal streak, which is awesome, and I hope she continues that. The goal scorer for the Whitby Junior Wolves is number 7, Sophie Harold. All right, we're set for period number 2. It's Judkowicz versus Harold. And period number 2 is underway. Ferris Whitby is going to bring it into the Sharks' end first. Shot in on goal, and Zador is ready for that. What a shot in by Sawyer. Zador sees it all the way in. Sharks change up on lines, and now we've got Redden in for the face-off against Harold. Sonia Mehta. It's been awesome watching her play in the first few games. She's got a lot of speed, a lot of tenacity and spunk too. It's fun watching her. Whitby putting it right back into the Sharks' end. Just bypasses Rutledge's stick, and Redden tries to catch up to it. But Fong has other ideas and sends it right back into the neutral zone. Redden now at the blue line. Tries a soft backhand. That's easily steered aside. It's like Sawyer lost an edge and fell into the boards. Siska Humphreys for Barrie. Tries to exit out. It does make it over the blue line. So Whitby's going to have to tag and get onside. That's going to be for icing, so we'll have a face-off over here on the left-hand side of Zador. Good action to start the second period. Donegan take the face-off here against Jordan Redden, who incidentally is our captain of the Barrie Junior Sharks. Team leaders were announced last week. We have different groups depending on if we're home or away. And our home captain is number 8, Jordan Redden. I've watched Jordan play hockey ever since Tyke Fundamentals, as a matter of fact. Been awesome watching her develop and come up through the ranks. And she is a senior this year. Hits a couple of different sticks. Whitby manages to keep it in onside, but Barrie is going to clear it. Bryce McLaren banks it off the boards and then takes a nosedive, and that is going to be a call for tripping, I'm sure. Yep, there goes the hand. So just 2 minutes gone into the second period. And the Sharks are going to have a power play. Judkowicz sends it right back to the blue line, over to Mehta. Mehta will pass it over to Hildebrandt. She'll look, send it down low for Judkowicz, who's behind the net. That penalty went to number 93, Alice Brock, for tripping. Sharks get it right back into the Wolf end. Can't keep it in there. It bounces off, and there's a foot race. Again, there's Meta with that speed. Hildebrandt and Meta will hold Harold in the boards. Try to dig out that puck. 3 blue sweaters versus 1 white. May Severn now with it. Brings it in. Beckett on her left. Judkowitz frees it momentarily. Back to Perry at the blue line. She'll send it in. Left pad saved by Lions. Sharks maintaining. This is Paige McGuire. Down for Urbach. McGuire over to Beckett. Beckett fires it in, and that's deflected. That didn't miss by much. Wolves were able to get out of harm's way. Beckett with it again, and it goes in! Right underneath Lions. That's a 2-game scoring streak now for Beckett, as Haley Beckett, I believe, scored in yesterday's game. So the Sharks, 2-1 lead. And again, this is mimicking yesterday's game very closely. Timeout being called by Barrie. Oh no, they're taking that puck out of play. So maybe it wasn't Haley Beckett's goal. Maybe somebody else scored their first U22 elite goal. We'll see who that goal goes to. And that would be why the goal, the puck would come out of play. Haley Beckett did fire it in. And yes, indeed, it's Olivia Urbach's first U22 elite goal. That's why the puck came out. There's going to be a penalty call for a check to the head. Stewart and Perry will get the assist. So check to the head against Whitby. Let's see if it's 2 or 4. It's 4. It seems like a check to the head now is an automatic double minor. So the Sharks will go again on the power play. See if they can't try and increase their lead. Congratulations to Olivia Urbach for scoring her first U22 elite goal. That's awesome. Perry with it in the corner. Tries to send it over to Stewart. Stewart back to Perry. Sutton gets tripped, trying to exit. No call. Perry picking it up, trying to move it forward and out to McGuire. McGuire sends it back to Perry, and she's got some room. Skates it forward. In the slot. Pass meant for Stewart doesn't reach her. It will come all the way back. Hildebrandt gets there first. Will make a big turn. Send it back to the neutral zone. Severn trying to deflect it out to her Judkowitz. Right back to Hildebrandt. Just a minute and a half gone in that double minor to Ferris for Whitby for a check to the head. Here comes Beckett. Fire it in. Good save by Lions. All the way back to Sador, and she'll leave it for Meta. Meta over. Back to Judkowitz. Is deflected into the slot area. She'll fire. That goes high and wide. Sharks will set up and try to cycle that puck around and see if they can't find an avenue to get another opportunity. Here's Beckett. Weaves around Antonucci. What an opportunity. Severn and Judkowitz in the corner trying to dig it out. The first 2 minutes is gone in that penalty to Ferris. We're going to have a stoppage in play here as that puck wouldn't move. So the first 2 minutes is gone. 2 more minutes left. Sharks coming close. Warner versus Redden. That's kicked out by Redden back to the blue line. Siska Humphreys holds on to sends it to Rutledge. All the way over from Mitchell. She hangs on. Sends it into the slot, picked up by Wolf Stick, who deflects it. Now Siska Humphreys with it. To Redden at the point. She'll put it in on play. Deflection meant for Dusome doesn't work. Goes behind, and we'll have another stoppage in play here. I didn't see what for. Could have been a hand pass. Fresh lines out for both teams. Just a minute and a half left in that penalty to Ferris. Sharks will continue to cycle the puck around and see if they can't find another opportunity to get a shot in on net. Sutton comes in to help out, dig out the puck. Comes out to neutral. Maguire puts it right back down into the Wolf end. Puck deflects high and up and comes right back down. Stewart passes it over to Urbach. Maguire on the boards. Pass to Perry, just skips over her stick. Stewart sending it over to Urbach. And the Sharks will bring it right back in. Sawyer for Whitby. Trying to work her way, and she does. It'll get sent all the way back. Sador will be careful. Tries to leave it for Perry. Harold sends it right back down to the Shark end, knocking off seconds off that penalty. We're coming to 10 seconds left in that penalty to Ferris. Back to Sador, and she'll cover up to put a stop to that. Just 4 seconds to go. Sharks had some good opportunities in that 4-minute power play. And good momentum after that goal, that go-ahead goal by Olivia Urbach. Donegan versus Judkowitz, won by Whitby. Fong will send it down behind Sador. Ferris now on the ice. 5-on-5 resumes. Not quite as many penalties as we saw in yesterday's matchup, thank goodness. Special teams was definitely a factor in yesterday's game. Bit of sword play there behind Zador. Hildebrandt gets it as far as the red line. Here comes Judkowitz. A little bit of miscommunication there as they skate around each other. Comes all the way back for Lions. This is Kenyon. Zador will find the paddle on that one and glove it down. Coach Eldridge really happy with this beginning for this young crew. Looking forward to see what transpires in the regular season here for these Barrie Junior Sharks. But Coach Eldridge is very positive about these girls so far. Mitchell behind the net to Rutledge. She gets pushed off the puck and she couldn't escape with it. Whitby seems to have a bit of a spunk here, trying to get a shot in on net now that 4-minute penalty kill is over. Mitchell and Rutledge all in there trying to pull the puck out. It escapes now. Siska Humphreys will move it forward to Maguire. Back behind the net for Mitchell. All right, Rutledge breaks free. Puck will come all the way into the Wolf end, but Rutledge seems to have lost an edge there and goes down on the ice. All the way back up. Pass was meant for Thornton, but escapes off her stick. Padulo now behind the net, and she gets pushed into the boards by Meta. Barrie now with possession. Here's Paige McGuire. McGuire still has it. Centering pass through the blue. Perry keeping it in as Stewart tries to fight her way to that puck. Some pushing and shoving. Antonucci with it. Tries to center it to Warner. Sutton for Barrie sends it over to Stewart. Wolves now take an opportunity, but will fire it high over Sador's head. Sharks will send it down, and that'll be icing against the Barrie Sharks. Just past the halfway point here of the second period, end of this contest. Once again, the Sharks will hit the road for 4 games. 2 in the Ottawa area next weekend. Passed over for Sawyer just behind it. She does collect it in the corner out in the blue paint, but Meta finds it first. It'll come out. Stewart now trying to pass it up to Sutton. They do bring it in onside. Stewart follows it up. This is Sawyer for Whitby. Into the corner. Arscott will take a look before Harold gets onto the puck. Tegan Perry sends it over and out all the way down to the end, and that will be icing. Eldridge doesn't like the call on that, as our girls had caught up to it. You can see him very animated on the bench. Can't quite make out what he's saying, but feels like there shouldn't have been an icing call on that, as the girls had good momentum and caught up to that puck. Urbach in the face-off dot. Won by Barrie. Donegan takes a spill, and that's going to be a tripping penalty against the Barrie Sharks. So it's Morgan Arscott who's going to sit 2 minutes in the sin bin. So Whitby, it's been a long time since Whitby has had a power play. They have one now. Sharks only have a 1-goal lead. Wolves win the face-off shot, and what a glove stop by Sador. Simply amazing. Only 5 seconds gone in that penalty. We'll do it again here. Puck sits there. Sharks try to pull it out. They do, but it lands on a Wolf stick. To Sawyer at the point. She'll send it in, and it's going to get picked up by Judkowitz, and she'll send it all the way down into the Wolf end. Sharks will try to keep it down in that area to knock off seconds off this penalty. Severn getting in on the action. It'll come all the way to the far side, picked up by Judkowitz. Good effort by her to make sure that puck stays down there. To center. Siska Humphreys sends it back to the red line. Donegan moving it forward for Harold. Two-on-two in the boards as they battle for that puck. Ferris trying to be the third woman there to pull that out. There will be a stoppage in play as that puck did not move. 1 minute gone in the penalty. Sharks are doing well on this penalty kill so far. Shot in, and that goes off the helmet of Sador. Hey, it stayed out, no matter what piece of equipment it hit. Another shot in, deflection tried, but Sador's ready for that one too. What an effort by Sador as she is standing tall in net. today. Some taps of appreciation there on the pads by her teammates. Well deserved. Sawyer at the point, fire it in. Sador sees that one all the way in. Ferris will wait. 30 seconds to go on this penalty kill for Barrie. Desjardins sending it through the blue and all the way over to the other side. Ferris halts it before it exits the zone. Fong down low. Fong will try to work it out in front. Good job by Perry to make sure that's deflected and she can't get a shot off. Sort of loses her footing but makes a shot and throws it in again. Another great pad save by Sador. It sits there for a second and Barrie's able to escape with it. Here's Oscott fresh out of the penalty box on the breakaway. Tries to tuck it in underneath Lyons but couldn't quite get it on her stick. What an effort by Oscott right out of the penalty box. My goodness. So back to even strength here. I'll be anxious to see what the shots on goal are for this period once this period comes to an end. Meta holds on the blue line, sends it over to Hildebrandt. Down low for Sutton. Sutton looking to get it out in front. As McGuire is waiting for it in front of the net. Henry trying to work the puck out of their own end, and it does. This is Fife for Whitby. Can't maintain control, so Barrie takes over in their own end. Stewart on the boards. Hampered by Fife. She holds on again and tries to center it. Kenyon in the side trying to center pass into the slot. Doesn't work. Donegan in the corner, along with Stewart and Hildebrandt for Barrie. Sutton trying to work her way into to shovel it out, but puck doesn't move, so we'll have a stoppage in play here with just over 5 minutes to go in the second. Sharks are up 2-1. Some more appreciation for Sador by her teammates. Around the boards for Megan Houle. Banks off the boards and continues to pull into the zone. McLaren will wait. Fire! Pad save by Lyons. Picked off by Mitchell. Out in front on the doorstep. Puck somehow stays out. Over to Siska Humphreys. That slides by the far goalpost by inches. Sharks coming oh so close. Bit of a battle there in front of Lyons. Back out to the blue line. Sharks maintaining control. Here's McLaren down low. Fresh fins out for the Sharks. Houle trying to dig it out. Siska Humphreys holds on. I'm sure McLaren is tired as she beelines it for the bench. The puck will escape and come all the way down. No icing. Wolves try a centering pass. That somehow got deflected behind Zador. As she was screened, I don't think she even saw it. Here comes Haley Beckett. Tries to pass it. And Judkowitz ends up in the net. My goodness. We'll fix that net up. Judkowitz looks like she's okay. All right, Warner and Judkowitz will square off. Fun action here in the latter half of this period. I can't wait for the third. Out to neutral and all the way down into the Barrie end. Antonucci trying to catch up, 2 13s, but the Barrie 13 will get there first. That's our Scott. Here comes Judkowitz, 7 on her left. That's where the pass was meant. Intercepted, so it will bounce right onto Lyon's stick, and she'll cover up for a face-off. Couple more line changes, and now we've got Harold and Redden in the face-off. It's won by Barrie. Harold sending it back to Desjardins behind the net. Oh, picked up by Barrie. Jordan Redden trying to work her stick back onto the puck. And she still got it. Out in the slot area for Rutledge. Couldn't quite get there. Pass bent for Dusome, and she's intercepted, so she can't get her stick on it. Rutledge trying to work it out in front. Hampered by Sawyer for Whitby, and she's going to skate away with it. Coming in with some energy here. Makes a shot in on net. Goes just a little wide. Sura can't maintain it, and it will skip over her stick. Here's Perry as she waits until her teammate clears the zone. She comes in and just loses an edge there. Here's Ferris for Whitby the other way. Here's Stewart for Barrie. Gets hauled down. Puck finds McGuire. Pass meant for Siska Humphreys doesn't get there. It's intercepted by Ferris, and here come the Wolves. Harold trying to pass it out to her partner. Not quite there in time. Wolves offside. Out to McGuire. Donegan will leave it for Kenyon. Mitchell trying to make sure it doesn't go too far, but it does find its way into the Shark end. Shot in on net, and that made an awkward bounce. The door had to be careful. That's Kate Bell trying to work her stick onto the puck. Goes over her stick and all the way out to the blue line. Bell with it again. To the D. She'll fire. Puck sits there for a second, and Sharks will clear it. That looked to have cleared the zone. I don't know why that wasn't called offside, because it looked like it cleared. You could see the look on Coach Eldridge's face on the bench, wondering why it wasn't. Last minute of play in the second period. Sharks coming back the other way, and it will trickle all the way into the corner. Judkowitz touches it, and now she'll make her way to the bench. Arscott leaves it for Beckett. Wolves have other ideas. They want to get another shot here on net before the end of the second. All the way around for Sawyer. Sawyer looking. She'll weave around and fire. That's deflected down. I don't know if it's the door or her partner in front that deflected that. Final 10 seconds of the second period, and what action here in the second. Folks, you're going to want to come back for this third period. Goalie pulled, so with 2.3 seconds left in the second, the Whitby Wolves are going to try a 6-on-5 advantage to see if they can't get an opportunity. They won't get it. Interesting tactic that nearly worked, actually. Desjardins nearly got a shot off. Great job by the Sharks to make sure that didn't happen. What an outstanding period for Sedora, I have to say. It was amazing. Shots on goal, Whitby 8, Barrie 7. So again, very even. They each had 5 shots on goal in the first and only a 1-shot difference in the second. The difference on the board there is that second goal there for Barrie. Third period's going to be fun, folks. You're going to want to come back for it. I'm going to step aside for the Zamboni clearing. Come on back, folks. Well, folks, welcome back. This is going to be an exciting third. I walked back and forth here during the Zamboni, and I was really getting excited about how this third period is going to go, as the energy seemed to ramp up really great for the Barrie Junior Sharks here in the second period. Should be a fun one. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank my team here. Once again, Mitchell Reynolds is on camera for us, and my tech director, Tim Norton. Again, my name is Cheryl Gilroy, and I'm so happy to bring all this action to all the Junior Shark fans here. Looking forward to a full season of Junior Shark action. Once again, they are home again on October the 29th as part of the special Ice Pink event that's happening at the Satlon Arena. Their game time is 2 o'clock. I believe their opponent is the Brampton Canadettes. Looks like it's going to be Judkowitz to start in the face-off dot versus Harold, the lone goal scorer for Whitby. We are set for period number 3. It's getting loud. There's the buzzer. Here we go. Face-off's going to get won by Whitby. They want to pounce on it quickly. Comes right back, and now Beckett's going to have an opportunity. She'll fire in, and that is snagged by Lions. What a save. Great energy right off the hop there for the Whitby Wolves. They want to get a momentum shift to come their way. Sharks are going to have to keep playing the game the way they have been. Up to Ferris. Picked up by Severn, and she'll dump it right back down into the Wolf end. Judkowitz couldn't quite hang on. A little bit of space. Ferris trying to send it out to Harold. Here comes Dussault now. Rutledge on her left. 3 white sweaters in front. It's going to get picked up by Wolf on the far side, and it will come all the way out to center. Donegan trying to bring it in. Kenyon sends it forward into Sador, but it goes into the corner. Back out to neutral. This is Henry. She'll peel back and send it back to Kenyon, and Kenyon will send it forward. Wolves are trying to center it, but Redden for the Barrie Junior Sharks pulls it aside. Here comes Dussault. She's got space. She fires, and another great glove stop by Lions. Urbach takes the face-off. It's going to get picked up by Antonucci for Whitby. Arscott trying to send it back into the Wolf end. Sticks to the board for a couple of seconds, and nobody could gather it. Whitby's got it now. This is McLaren sending it to Sutton, who gets pulled off. Balance. Right on to Sador, and she had to be careful, was making an awkward bounce. Comes to the corner and escapes out. McLaren trying to work her way forward around Fong. Sutton does find it momentarily behind the net. Whitby will get it out to the boards. And Windover will bring it in. Meta sends it through everybody, and it will come the distance for an icing call. So some exciting action to start this third, as I knew it would be. Harold taking a lot of these face off for Whitby. Perry will take it now and try to see who she can pass to. It comes to the red line. Sawyer sends it back to Desjardins. Picked off by McGuire. Stewart nearly had an opportunity. She wasn't quite ready for the pass. It came out of nowhere. Smart move, though, by McGuire. Whitby's got it and tries to clear it, and they will. Here comes Harold on a breakaway. She'll wait. And she puts it up and over, and they will tie this game up. So Harold responsible for both the Whitby goals, and we are squared at 2 with 16 and a half minutes to go in the third period. I told you, folks, this one's going to be good. Padula will take this face-off against Judkowitz. Barrie nearly had an opportunity, couldn't quite capitalize it. Whitby, make no mistake. Here comes Haley Beckett. She'll weave it around the defense. Penalty coming, and that's going to go against Whitby. Brock nearly had a breakaway, did not see the penalty arm up. So, Chloe Fife will sit 2 minutes for tripping. And just after Whitby gets a game-tying goal, the Sharks will bounce onto the power play. Let's see if they can't capitalize on this and get back to a 1-goal lead. Momentarily won by Whitby. They try to clear it. Barrie does a great job keeping it down there. This is McGuire slowing things down at the red line. Whitby's got another chance. I apologize, it's not tripping, it was slashing. Chloe Fife goes 2 minutes for slashing. Pass out to McGuire. Down low for Urbach. Back to McGuire. Over to Perry. That goes high and out of play. All right, Sutton versus Harold. Again, Sophie Harold has got both these goals for Whitby. Whitby will fire it down. So we'll give it a stop as Kate Stewart catches up, but she's hampered by a wolf on her heels. Good job by Sutton. She'll move it forward for McGuire. Just goes over her stick and down into the end zone for an icing call. So we'll have a face-off here to the left of Sador. Sutton versus Harold. Won by Whitby. Back to the blue line. It'll come out. Fong will send it back to Desjardins, who will put it back down and play into the very end. Perry fans on it. Couldn't release and get it clear. Harold fires it in, and that's a good absorption there by Sador. Harold again, still on the ice. This time against Judkowitz for Barrie. Severin sending it back to Meta. She finds the ice. So Hildebrandt will get rid of it all the way down. It's held on to at the blue line. Severin's going to go get it. Beckett's waiting for a pass. Couldn't find a lane. Out in front for Judkowitz. What an opportunity there. Good heads-up play by Beckett. Eight seconds left in the penalty to Fife. Sharks had some opportunities but could not put one in. Back to even strength as Fife hits the ice. Judkowitz Pulls it in. She's got space. Fires from the short side, and Lions covers up. I don't know if it's me, but this period seems to be flying by really quickly with the energy and the speed both these teams have. It's been deadlocked all along, even in shots on goal practically. The score has been tight. Their rankings are tight. They're 11th and 12th in the rankings right now in the red division. Similar records, 2-1. That slides it under Lions from Mitchell on the blue line. Lions didn't see it. You know what? It goes in, it counts. That's unfortunate for Whitby as they had some great momentum, but what a great break for the Sharks. That was shot in by Mitchell on the blue line. I don't know if anybody tipped it in from there. We'll see who they give that to. Face-off won by Barrie. And that was an even strength goal. The penalty had expired. Alex Dusome sends it in. Unassisted goal by Ruby Mitchell. So Sharks now have another goal advantage. Still lots of time, 13.5 minutes to go in the third. Good things happen when you put the puck on the net. Take the breaks when you can get them, for sure. Harold versus Redden in the face-off dot. Gonna see Harold take a lot of these face-offs, I'm sure, in the remainder of this period, as Whitby's going to try to get a tying goal here quickly. Sticks kind of locked up there at center. Worked free. McLaren throws it down in. Out in front! That slides right in front of Lions' pads. All the way back down. Hildebrandt. Forward for McLaren. McLaren trying to backhand it to Urbach. Couldn't settle it down. Here comes Thornton for Whitby. Trying to work it forward to Windover. Right back to the blue line for Desjardins. Fires it in. Sador is screened, so it doesn't reach all the way to the target. Whitby sticking with it, trying to get it out in front. That's Thornton behind the net. Windover trying to get her stick free to accept a pass. Battle across the boards, finds its way out in front. Whitby trying to get it in there on the off chance it'll go in as Zador can't see. Comes out to the slot area. Back to Kenyon. And down low for Donegan. Urbach will try to clear it. It does come over the blue line, and McLaren's got a break against Kenyon. She'll try to work it around. Forced off the puck at the last second before she can get a shot off. Sharks have got to get onside. They do. Perry throws it in. Steered aside by Lions. Back to the blue line. Thrown in by Meta. And all the way down, and that will be icing. Great action here in the last couple of minutes, my goodness. 3-2 lead for the Barrie Junior Sharks. It's like the linesman and the referee are calling some players back, making sure that the right players are out. Whitby trying to make a last-minute change. All right, the players are all sorted out. Henry versus Sutton. Kenyon throws it to the slot. Sutton tries to get her stick on it, but it's deflected at the last second. Sutton and Henry again will face off. Some changes there for Whitby. No, and they're going to get sent back again. Ferris comes right back on, and they'll exchange centers, so Padula will come in and take the face off for Whitby. Kenyon will try to work it out. Picked up by Barrie in the slot for Aaliyah Sutton. Sharks with all the momentum here after that go-ahead goal by Ruby Mitchell. Here comes Padula. Picked off by Perry. Sent up to Stewart. Pass sent right back to the neutral zone for Siska Humphreys, putting it back in play into the Wolf end. Severn by herself as she waits for help. Wolves put it back in play into the Barrie end. And a slam in the boards that looked awkward for Kenyon. Excuse me, for Bell, but she looks okay. Back and forth play behind Sador. To the blue line. D sends it down. Barrie will come away with it. Just coming into the last half of this third period. What action. Judkowitz trying to put it out in front for Beckett. Doesn't get there. All the way back for Hildebrandt, who will send it out to Dusome. She's got her stick tied up, so she can't quite complete the carry in there of the puck. To neutral. Who's Dusome again? This time with Redden behind her. It's going to get left for Warner and will trickle all the way in to Sador, who will put the paddle down and stop that. Just over 9 minutes to go. Sharks with a lead, 3-2 after that fluky goal that went underneath Lyon through the 5-hole. Sharks try to clear it out after that face-off. It does reach the right side of the blue line. Here's McLaren. Sends it back to the Wolf end. Sawyer's going to go back and get it for Whitby. Perry keeps it in. A little pushing and shoving there by Whitby. No call. Sharks trying to keep it down into the Wolf end. It's going to get picked up by Thornton for Whitby. Out in the slot area! Nice save by Sador. Great opportunity by Fife. Sharks can't get rid of it. Fife with it again. She'll wait and she'll fire. Sador gets that pad down. So that won't find the back of the mesh. Back to Kenyon. Whitby's coming in with some speed. Nice poke by Urbach. Here come the Barrie Sharks. Stewart's trying to catch up to accept a pass. Through the blue again. Back and forth action here, folks. Offside call. Hold on to your hockey sticks, folks. This one's going to be fun. Donegan versus Sutton. Won by Whitby. Kenyon will throw it in. Pass meant for Donegan, but it goes into the corner instead. Here comes Kate Stewart. catches up with it, loses an edge and has a seat. Out in front for McGuire. Couldn't put it in. Whitby back the other way. Siska Humphreys trying to catch up to it, and she's pushed. That will be a call, as both referees put their hand up for that. So the Sharks will have a 2-minute power play here with just under 7 minutes to go. That'll be for boarding. So an important penalty kill for Whitby. They try to get through this to the other side of it, and they'll look to pull the goalie. And an important power play for Barrie as they want to get another goal in here to get some insurance. Back and forth behind the net. Out to Hildebrand at the blue line. Puts it back down for Judkowitz. Severn trying to get her stick free. Hildebrand fires. Nice pad save by Lions. Hildebrand. Sent it down to the corner for Beckett. Out in front. Whitby trying to get rid of it. They fan on it, but it does make it to the neutral zone. Picked up by Severn, who fires. Desjardins gets in her way with a block. Perry putting it back down and play for Judkowitz. The look to Sutton. Sutton can't get the shot off. Out there again, another opportunity by Sutton. Good save by Lions. Sharks not giving up. Here's McGuire. Down low for Beckett, she'll fire. That hits the paddle of Lions. Wolves still can't clear it. Here's Perry at the point. Beckett can't find it as she's turned around. Back down again for Stewart. Over to Perry, she'll fire. Couldn't get the full force, so it sits there for a second. Stewart on the far side. Urbach coming on now. Over to McGuire. McGuire couldn't hang on to it at the blue line, so Sharks will have to come on back. Penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5. Some great opportunities on that power play. Whitby has survived that. Great shot in on goal at the other end here. Sador manages to put a pad down so that doesn't get to the back of the net. Redden is upended by 3 white sweaters. Whitby putting on the pressure here. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Hang on. Thornton versus Reading in the face-off dot. 3-2 Barrie. Face-off won by Barrie. Searle will ring it off the boards over to the blue line. Pass meant for Padulo. She does collect it and come across into the Sharks' end. Into the corner. R. Scott trying to get her stick on it. Redden is hauled down. Gets right back up to get right back on the puck. To the blue line. That sails just over the crossbar. I don't think that Sador saw that. That shot was made by Molly Ferris. Here she is again. Couldn't get the shot off. And here's Rutledge on a bit of a break. Good job by the Whitby Junior Wolves to make sure that she could not get in there with a shot. Urbach versus Harold. Won by Barrie. Mitchell keeps it in. Desjardins looks to get it out. Could not get all the way. Picked up by Megan, who will fire. Glove save. Rebound sitting there. Shot made in, I believe, by Megan Houle, and then the net is knocked off its pin, so we'll have a stoppage in play here. My goodness. Judkowitz, Harold. I'm sure once the clock comes down below 3 minutes left in the period, the Whitby Wolves will try to yank their goalie. Here comes Harold. Slides over to Sador, and she will put a stop to that. Lions currently staying where she is. Perry collects it after the face-off. Over to Severn, couldn't hold on. Comes out now. Dusome banking off the boards. Go off in a line change. Judkowitz will follow it up against Sawyer. Henry trying to move it forward for Donegan. Doesn't work. Stewart's going to get there first. And the Whitby Junior Wolf has a seat. Out to the blue line. Sawyer with a big turn. She'll bring it all the way back into her own end. Maguire. Look to see. Nope, she's going to come all the way back. Fire it up to Stewart. Sends it back to Perry. Nearly lands on Aaliyah Sutton's stick. Here comes Warner across the blue line. Has her pocket picked by Stewart. Beckett coming in. Maguire coming in. Centering pass for Sutton. Doesn't quite get there. Coming down to the final 2 minutes. Here's Paige Fong. Keeping an eye on the goaltender here in the Whitby end. Behind for Arscott. Slow things down. Trying to get it to Redden. Lions staying where she is for right now. Desjardins holding on at the blue line. Puck sits there, collected by Redden. Sits on the blue stripe there. And that'll get whistled down. Just over a minute and a half left in the third, and it's been an exciting one. But it's not over till the final buzzer sounds. Timeout being called by Whitby. I'm sure they want to put together a plan, bring Lions onto the bench. Looks to be an exciting finish. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Next home action again for these Barrie Junior Sharks is on October the 29th as a part of the Ice Pink event they have going on at the Sedlon Arena, where several Barrie Sharks teams will raise funds for breast cancer. And as you can see, our Sharks are already getting into the mood for that, as our Junior Sharks currently have pink laces on their skates, as this being October, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All right, net is empty for Whitby. 6 attackers on. Harold to take the face-off. Had no doubt about that. Back to Desjardins. Puts it down for Donegan. Donegan down for Thornton. Cycles around. Sawyer keeping it in on play. To the point for Sawyer. She'll fire it in. Sador is screened. Hits a couple of bodies. Sharks trying to get rid of it. It hits the blue line. Desjardins keeps it in momentarily. Urbach's going to try and lift it out. It nearly escapes. Whitby still alive here in the Barrie end. 60 seconds. That goes around behind Zador. Desjardins over to Sawyer. Fire in, and what a snag by Sador. Standing tall. Ava Sador has been outstanding in net today. It's been a thrill to watch both of these two goaltenders, Sador and Wilkinson. Face-off won by Whitby. Loses an edge. Oh my goodness. It just trickles underneath Sawyer's stick. She couldn't quite hang on. It'll come to center. Sharks will send it down into the Wolf end. Again, the net is empty, as you can see that on your screen. Desjardins for Whitby. Moves it forward. All the way back into the Barrie end, where Hildebrandt will get to it first. Harold right on her tail. 20 seconds. Hold on, folks. Sharks just want to freeze that puck to make sure it does not come out into the slot. To the point. Desjardins will fire, and that bounces and goes to the corner. And the play is whistled dead. I believe the net is off. Yep. All right. 3.4 seconds, and I'm sure they'll line it up, hoping for the puck drop to be won by the Wolves. Urbach versus Ferris. 3 seconds. Time will expire, and the Junior Sharks will hang on to win this game. What a performance by Sador. Amazing third period. Shots on goal. You wouldn't believe this. Deadlocked at 7. That's how close this game was. Shots on goal were almost practically dead even. Only the 1 goal difference, which is the fluke that slid in underneath Lions in the 5-hole, is what gives the Barrie Junior Sharks the edge in this game. What an outstanding performance. Again, down by a goal. They tie it up, get the go-ahead goal, and they hang on for the win. That improves their record to 3-1 as they get set to hit the road next weekend to the Ottawa area. Folks, this is going to be an outstanding season for the Barrie Junior Sharks. I can't wait to see how the rest of the season unfolds. Thank you so much for joining this live stream this afternoon. Next home game is October the 29th at 2 o'clock as part of the Ice Pink event. We'll look forward to that. Right now, I'll say goodbye from the East Bayfield Recreational Complex. For Tim Norton, Mitch Reynolds, and all the Barrie Junior Sharks, thank you so much for all your support. We'll look to bring the next game to you very soon. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Ladies and gentlemen, keep the faith.